to get more clients that come to you and that pay you more in 2024, there's one marketing strategy that you should focus on. And before I share what that one marketing strategy is, I have to explain what a red ocean strategy and blue ocean strategy are in business and in marketing. A red ocean strategy is where we compete against everyone else. Because we're doing the same things as our competitors, we find ourselves fighting against sharks and the water gets bloody. When you have a blue ocean strategy, you're willing to do things that your competitors don't even know about or are not willing to do. And because of that, you create your own blue ocean where there's no competition. You become a market of one. So what will take you from that red ocean to creating your own blue ocean strategy in 2024? Going live on video on LinkedIn. Now, I know what you're probably thinking or feeling, but don't click away just yet. Your competitors feel the same way, which is exactly why they don't do it, which is why this could be the key to creating your blue ocean strategy in 2024. And I don't just want you to take my word for it. This is backed up by the data. Business owners that go live on LinkedIn get 7 times more reactions on their live videos than on any other types of posts. They also get 24 times more comments and engagement. And the viewers that watch live videos on LinkedIn spend 3 times longer on the live videos than on short form video. And built into the live video event feature, LinkedIn allows you to invite 1,000 of your connections every single week for free. Let's just do some simple math. You invite 4,000 of your connections. 1,000 of your connections click attend when they receive the invitation. And let's just say only 20% of the people that click attend show up live. That means that if you have 4,000 connections on LinkedIn, worst case scenario, every single month, you should be able to host a live video event and have at least 200 people show up live. Imagine the possibility of that. How many consultations could you get? How many of those consultations could lead to high ticket clients? Hopefully you're getting the idea of the possibility. And that's really just the beginning, because before the event even starts, you can start generating a lead list of people interested in your event. How does this happen? When you invite people to your live video event on LinkedIn, they'll receive an invite to attend. If they click that they will attend, they will be saved on a list. From that list, you can message them and say, hey, I look forward to seeing you at the event. Or, hey, I appreciate you. Can't wait to see you on whatever date. And if you have a freebie, you could even send your freebie to them before the event and start building your email list, which I think is just absolutely incredible and something that your competitors are not doing. And if they're even trying, they're probably not doing it well. And why should you trust what I'm saying? I've hosted more than 121 live video events on LinkedIn in the past 2 years. I've also helped more than 100 clients host their own live video events on LinkedIn. There are patterns that we have seen based on the data that have led to the most successful live video events. And I'm about to share those practices with you. Here's the 25-step blueprint to host a successful live video event on LinkedIn. Let's start. Phase 1, before the live video. 1, have a testing mindset. Be open-minded to try to see if a LinkedIn live video could get you the results that you want for your business. Tell yourself something like, I'm going to commit to go live on LinkedIn video 4 times. If there's a difference, I'll continue. If not, then you can drop it. But being open-minded already puts you ahead of 99.9% of your competitors. 2, be clear, not clever in your goals. 1 goal, 1 person, 1 place. Your 1 goal could be to get 3 inbound leads. The person could be whoever pays you the most with the least resistance. And the 1 place could be your consultation, but knowing 1 goal, 1 person, 1 place is critical. 3, go deep, versus wide. Going deep on one topic for 20 minutes will prove your expertise a lot more than you talking about 100 little surface area things that people can just find on Google. 4, plan ahead of time. Create your event 2 to 3 weeks before it actually happens. 5, maximize your invites. Too many small business owners will create a live video event on LinkedIn. They'll get too busy. They won't use their 1,000 invites that they can use per week in the weeks leading up to the event. And by the time the event happens, there's crickets. You have 1,000 invites that you can maximize every single week. Use them or lose them. 6, create a mobile-friendly thumbnail. Keep it simple. Don't make it complicated. Include your face. Include a simple title using 3 to 5 big words that people could read on their phone. You don't want your thumbnail to look something like this. You want your thumbnail to look like this. 7, prepare to win. Going live on video on LinkedIn is very different than going live on Instagram or Facebook. This is not the time to show up in your pajamas, eating chicken wings, and just hang out with your audience. Think about going live on video on LinkedIn like you getting on a real life stage. And the audience that you're doing this in front of, 4 out of every 5 people in that audience are decision makers. And that audience on average has double the buying power compared to Facebook and Instagram. Treat it with the same level of preparation you would getting on a real life stage. 8, don't wing it, even if you're an expert. And even if you can talk about this in your sleep. Create a structured outline, double check it, make sure that everything that you're sharing is relevant and recent for the type of person that you want to attract. 9, promote your live video events on LinkedIn and off LinkedIn. I have a saying that your event started 3 weeks ago. Don't be afraid to share the live video event link in your LinkedIn newsletter, in the comments, or in the text of your other posts on LinkedIn, on other social media platforms like Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and in your private email newsletter if you have one. The more you promote the event before it even happens, the greater the likelihood of success. 10, do a tech check. Make sure that your microphone and your video is connected and that you know how to use everything before you actually go live. Because the last thing you want is for technical problems to keep you from getting business. 11, choose a simple word that people can put in the chat during your live video event. For example, when I go live on LinkedIn, I say, if you're listening to me right now, put grow in the chat so that I know who you are and I can maybe connect with you after the event. 12, when you go live, make sure that you're in a quiet place and that you're going to be able to focus. With dogs and kids, I know that sometimes that can be difficult, but just try to communicate with your family if you're doing this at home, or try to do it at a time when the kids may be at school, because the more distractions you have, the more room for error. 13, serve the live viewer and the replay viewer the best you can at the same time. That means maybe reserving questions for the end of your live video events. Keep it structured and go into it knowing that you don't just want to serve the live audience, you want to serve the replay viewers. And to do that, you have to keep it as organized as possible while still making the live viewers feel seen. Now it's time for phase 2, which is during the live video event. 14, start on time. One of the biggest mistakes that business owners make when they're starting to go live on video on LinkedIn is starting the live, seeing that the numbers may not meet their expectations, and then saying, oh, let's just wait for a couple more people to get on. Do not do that. On LinkedIn, you are serving an audience where 80% of the people are decision makers. They don't have time to waste. And when you do that, what you're basically saying is, you're not my priority. I'm going to prioritize people that are late. And that just doesn't make any sense. So start on time. You've got maybe 3 minutes tops before people start to check out or think that there's a tech problem and you're not showing up. 15, when you start the live, make it seem like you're alive. I can't tell you how many live videos I've watched on LinkedIn where the start of the live, the person is like, or okay, thank you everyone for coming to the live. If you don't make the audience feel like you want to be there, why should I, as a viewer, give you my precious time, energy, and attention that I can't get back? Show up with the right attitude and the right energy, because it makes a big difference. 16, don't assume that people know who you are, but don't go into a 10-minute pitch either. And I'll give you a simple example. Pretend that I am someone that helps plumbers grow their business. I could say, if you don't know who I am, my name is Sally, and I help plumbers go from $80,000 a year to making $300,000 a year. If you want to learn more, go to sallyplumbing.com. Let's start. Introduce yourself, but there's no need for it to take 10 minutes because it's going to make the live viewers check out, and it's going to make the replay viewers drop pretty quickly. 17, include your call to action multiple times throughout the live video. Every single time you listen to a big podcast, if they always have the ads where you expect, what do? You pass over them and get to the good stuff. You also want to do this because with the live viewers, if you only get to your call to action at the end, there's a good chance that I may not be there at the end. If you only share it in the beginning, maybe I jumped into the live 10 minutes in. And for the replay viewers, if you only do it at the end or in the middle, what if I don't even get to that part? Let's go back to the plumbing example. I could have finished one of the actionable strategies in the live, and then I'd say, now that we've covered those 2 points, before we go to point number 3, I want to remind you that if you resonate with this, you could go to sallyplumbingtips.com, and I'll be happy to schedule a consultation with you. Let's continue. You see, it's very short, it's sweet, and it's reminding them where they can go if this resonates with them. 18, engage your live audience. And there's simple ways to do this throughout the live. Going back to the plumbing example, I could say one of the biggest mistakes that plumbers make is they take on every client instead of focusing on people like their top 20%. If you've ever been in that position, put me in the chat, and then I could just move forward. This comes with skill, but it's important to know that if you do have live viewers, you want to prioritize them, you want to engage them, but you don't want to do so at the cost of your replay viewers and at the cost of being able to repurpose that video asset, which we'll get to in phase 3. 19, prepare questions. If you have this fear that you're going to get to the point in the live where you say, does anyone have any questions, and nobody's going to have questions, what you can do is prepare 3 to 5 questions beforehand and start to answer those questions at the end of the live. 20, answer the questions honestly. Answering questions on a live, I'm going to filter whether I trust you or not, whether you're the real deal or not, whether you actually know what the heck you're talking about, by asking you a question and seeing how you answer that question. And when you're doing this, just know that sometimes people that ask questions may not become leads. Sometimes it may just be the people that are watching that become leads. They're watching, they're seeing how you answer questions, and the way that you answer the question proves that you're an expert. It impresses them and they reach out. Do not ignore the questions in the comments of your live. Make sure that towards the end of sharing your content and the strategies that you had to share, you start to answer each and every single one of those questions, and that you do so in a manner that is true to you and that proves your expertise. Now let's go into phase 3, which is after the video event. 21, take the video of your live and use it to create a few short form videos. You can do this by uploading it into opus.pro, and Opus will give you 10 short form videos from that one video. Or you can upload it into something called Descript. And in Descript, you could also have the AI within Descript find good clips. 22, repurpose the download of your live video into different social media posts. You can take your live video, upload it into Descript, and within Descript, the AI can create social media posts, can create blog posts. You can also take that transcript and put it into something like ChatGPT or Claude and ask it for the best quotes, ask it for carousel ideas based on that video. You can take the audio from your live video and put it into something like Buzzsprout, and Buzzsprout can distribute your audio as a podcast on channels like Apple and Spotify. The best way to think of this is to view your live video on LinkedIn as 3 different verticals. 1, a video. You can repurpose that video into short form clips with Opus and with Descript. The second thing is to look at it like a transcript. If you put your video into Descript and you get the words, you can now leverage that transcript, put it into ChatGPT or Claude, get the best quotes, create carousels, create text posts for LinkedIn, create newsletters. The third vertical is the audio. You can download the audio from your live video, upload it to Buzzsprout, and it could serve as its podcast. Now that live video can be repurposed into multiple mediums and assets. 23, start to track the performance of the live video. How did it do compared to your other live videos in the first 24 hours, in the first 72 hours? Did it just get engagement? Did it get comments? Or did it actually get you inbound leads? What LinkedIn will show you is how many live viewers you had, where they dropped off, what type of viewers watched the live. But obviously it does not track how many people may have messaged you after the live. So you want to create a system in your business, maybe just even for yourself, and start to pay attention. After this one live, I got 3 leads and 1 turned into a client. That will let you know that you should probably talk about whatever you talked about more often because it worked. You don't want to get lost into the vanity metrics of the live, because just because a live is more popular doesn't mean that it will actually get you clients. So make sure that you're tracking the right performance metric. Want to immediately schedule the next live video on LinkedIn right after one ends. It's good to get in that habit, because if you don't, it could, 5 days, 7 days can go by, and then you start planning again, and then it's already been another 2 to 3 weeks. So try to get in the habit as immediately as one ends, you're creating the next one and scheduling the next one and preparing for the next one. 25, it isn't all about you. Go in with the mentality to serve. There's one thing that just gets more clear to me as my business grows and as I grow as a person. And that really is, the more that I give, the more that I receive. So really go into each live saying, what can I share? What practical steps can I provide? What knowledge can I give away that people can start to get results even if they don't hire me? Don't be afraid to be a giver. Let's grow.